Hey everybody, Danielle here. I'm doing an unboxing of Street Masters 3 Tide of the Dragon. This is a game found backing that I did that finally fulfilled, and so I'm very excited to do this unboxing. This is a fully cooperative 1 to 4 player game. So if you're not familiar, this is a Steam forged game, and it actually had like a previous version that actually had played in the past, but it was during a time where I felt like it was way too heavy for me. But now that I'm like, what, 4 years into the hobby, I think I'm ready to dive into Street Masters again. And so I thought it would be a nice way for me to get back in is through this game found. So let's just unbox this. All right. It's a pretty hefty box, not the most portable. All right. It's a very tall box. I don't know if you can see just the depth, what that looks like. I do like the art style on this. Very like Street Fighter type. Right, we have this, all of the components, the rules of play. So we have the rule book. I'm not really sure there's gonna be a solo component, but let's see. It is solo friendly, but I don't know if there's anything too different. Um, Story mode. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything specific to solo, which is good because it should work pretty well multiplayer and solo for a co-op game. All right, so we have all of the minis. And I'd be curious if people are actually painting these. I don't think I have the talent to do it myself, but we could take a look at a few of these. I won't pull them all out. All right, so we have this one. All right, and then we have this one. A little hard to get focused, I guess because they're so small, but really good detail on these. And I'll just pull out two more. Okay, so those are all the minis that come with the game. And we have a bunch of these cardboard punch boards. Let's see. And then the map, of course. So I'll open this up. Okay, so it looks like we have some kind of headshots for some of the characters and then some tokens to track. Some health tokens here. Additional tokens. And we have the map. So this is the board, this double-sided. This stage is sky high. That's what that's gonna look like on this one. And then this side is the market crash. So this is an expansion, but it's a standalone expansion. So just gonna have just some content to work with. Let's pull this out. Actually, I don't need to pull the whole thing out. There's a lot of space there, actually. I'll just take the cover off, and we'll take a look at some of the miniature like objects. So here we have like a ladder, a couple of ladders included. We have what, hydrants, I guess, just to embellish, I guess, the game. I'm not sure if there's going to be any um meaning in the game or impact to the game. There could be kind of like a barrel and some crate, or it says TNT, so an explosive. That will probably be impactful in the game. All right. Not sure how this went in. I'll have to figure that out after. um, and then we have this little thing for a box. I'm guessing I might need it once I sleeve the cards, if I sleeve the cards. I haven't been sleeving my cards for my games lately. Before we dig into the cards, though, let's go here. Oh, there's like 2 covers in this. I wonder if that was intentional. So we have the bases for all of the miniatures. I haven't seen this style before, but I'm assuming this is a little bit easier to manage, possibly, to take it in and out. I remember the previous ones was just like a ring, and it was kind of like rubbery, if I remember correctly. We have the dice. 4 dice here. And then lastly, 4 more dice. Okay. So now I guess we'll just dig into the cards. And these are the dividers. So that would be a good place to start, I think. This way we could get an overview of what the cards might contain. And then let me zoom in as well. So we have Zane. It's a fighter deck. Sarah, a fighter deck. Mary Ann, Isabella, Darius, Mr. Apple. We have terrain and miscellaneous. The enemy deck, the All Heaven Gang. The Fire Cloud Gang. A stage deck, Market Crash. Sky High. Another fighter deck for Bruce, Jiro, Phoenix, and Victoria. Okay. So those are the dividers. And I guess I'll just start with the decks here. So there might be some spoilers with like I guess that the epilogues if you don't want to see that. But there's like the story obviously for each of these. So you might, depending on whether or not you want to be spoiled before you get your copy. But I'll show them on screen so that you can pause and read. These are attack cards. And I will be showing every card, so feel free to speed up the video if it's taking a bit too long for you. I did get some feedback that I don't show every card, so trying to do that better. I like the art in this. I'm not really sure if has been any controversy about art. I feel like the art is always up for debate when it comes to games, but I like it. Really gives you that like Street Fighter type of vibe, which I think is kind of the goal here with Street Masters. Okay, we have the Hero Story Part 1 Prologue, Part 2 Prologue, Part 3 Prologue, and then the other side. Okay. So that is the first fighter for Zane. Back here for now. Then we have not sure what these names are. I think this is Mr. Apple. So Mr. Apple has these cards. I wonder if any of these will be easier to play as a solo player. I'll have to look at the forums to see if any would be easier for solo or true solo. I'm not sure if it's going to be recommended for true solo, although it does say 1 to 4 players. Right. And then this one looks like, it's Sarah. I got thrown off with this person, but looking at this icon, it is Sarah's deck. Girl germs. She said boom. Looks like she has some personality. Okay. I hate danger. Okay, full moon. We have part 1 prologue, part 2 prologue, part 3. Okay. We have this really small deck of cards for loot. Maybe we'll take a look at that later. Some more Mr. Apple cards. Okay. So let's look at the rest of the Mr. Apple cards. Guess they didn't end up printing them all in one shrink wrap. All right. Yeah, so this is going to be Darius. I'm gonna put those cards there. Darius. Looks like we have a reference card, which I don't think, or maybe I missed it before with the other characters. They must be somewhere else. Okay, something, a bit of a theme. Kind of spiritual type of vibe here. Okay. And then this card belongs to Isabella. So I'm not sure if Isabella's going to be next or not. Definitely oddly grouped, but probably due to the card count or something. All right, so this one looks like Mary Ann. So go ahead and we'll start placing Mary Ann there. So some crate token interaction with this one. is her hero story. Brother's Keeper. Okay. Probably not all her cards though. All right, and then now we have Isabella, which this is going to belong to Isabella. Part 3. Great. Oh, it's like Spanish. These 3. That's Isabella. This one looks like Victoria. Okay. Okay, Mary Ann is next. Well, we already did Mary Ann, didn't we? Then we have Isabella, Darius, Mr. Applezane. Okay, so there's a bunch of cards I'll need to sort later, I think. And then we have the rest of Mary Ann's cards. I didn't expect so much sorting to be done. We saw most of those cards already. That's okay. All right. Okay. This one is Jiro. Or Jiro. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. Okay. And then we have some Phoenix cards here. So that was definitely not all of Jiro's cards because that was not much. Brush knee, push hands. I wonder how they came up with all of these card names. You know, with like the rise of AI, I feel like I'm not saying that they do that, but it'd be interesting to know how much they rely on AI to create different card names because it's hard to be original sometimes if you've created so many cards already part of a game series like this. That's Phoenix. Okay, so here we have Bruce, which I'm sure this is like supposed to be like for Bruce. Oh, there's more character cards. Okay, so not yet. Okay, here are the rest of Bruce cards. I'll sort those other ones later. But there's always got to be a Bruce, right? Okay. We had the rest of Jiro's cards here. Okay. All right. So we have this. Who's this? Yokai. Hold on. Oh, this might be more of the boss type cards, actually. Let me just flip around. Yeah, these are the Sky High cards. Separate that. And then we have the Market Crash. Yep, stage setup. And then these, part 1, part 2, belong to, it's one of the stories. Neurali? I don't see a section for that. The Oni, Shin Yokai. Okay, so this might belong to one of the potential enemy decks because this is the boss, but I'll just go through the cards. Not sure how to organize them just yet. Okay. Gang Blast. And there's like story. So I'll have to sort those later. We have the Market Crash deck though. Okay. Butcher Knife. Okay. So that belongs to the Market Crash. I'll put that here. And then this is the Sky High cards. Objective cards, 3P. This is per player. All right, so that was Sky High. Okay. Okay, here are the gang cards. So we have the Heaven gang. Is that all the cards for it though? And then the Fire Cloud gang. Oh yeah, there's more Heaven. Okay, that's fine. All right, so Tide of the Dragon story deck. And this is the Fire Cloud gang showdown story. Okay. That there. Okay. So this is again the Heaven, what's it called? That all Heaven gang. The rest of the cards. And then, alright. Then we have the Fire Cloud Gang cards. The rest of those. Right. We have one last deck to look at here. We have some reference cards. Terrain. Okay. Let's see. We have a bunch of these other types of cards. They're allies, it looks like. I guess these cards could be pulled in, possibly, at some point. Don't recall. But they both have, like, another side to them. So, it'll be interesting to see how that works. Then we have fighter deck overviews, stage deck overview, enemy decks, more fighter decks, more terrain cards. Let's look at the terrain. Oil, fire hydrant, TNT crate, and ladder. That's how those would work. Ooh, okay, complexity rating. So this probably will help. I'm assuming the easier ones might be better for solo. Cool. So those were all of the cards and components for Street Masters 3, Tide of the Dragon. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. Let me know what you guys thought of this game series, or if you've backed it. Let me know what your thoughts are on the other content that you were able to get. This is the only one I ended up getting from the Game Found, because it was just gonna be way too much content. I think this would probably keep me busy for a while. But yeah, if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. A like or a comment is always appreciated. And thanks so much for watching. Bye.